Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing Mars in Gemini. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. People with Mars in Gemini have a restless, nervous, intellectual type of energy that expresses itself in the form of all kinds of questions and an active lifestyle. In a school setting, they were the ones that really pushed themselves to be the first in their class. But if anyone else ever topped them, they would drop out of the competition altogether. These people love to push themselves in the learning arena, but aren't keen on anyone teaching them, nor are they happy with the idea of accepting anyone else's word for anything, unless it fits in with their own ideas. These people are intellectually sharp and analytical, curious about everything new that they encounter, and very interested in any type of fresh experience. They are always ready to move about energetically under their own steam in pursuing new experiences. Outwardly, they may seem argumentative, and they simply adore spirited debates and intellectual contests of all kinds. Or they may keep these arguments inwardly, involving different sides of their personalities in intense internal battles. When they are prepared to act, they will generally have to decide which part of themselves to act from, because there's usually a split in their personalities between adult responsibilities and pure childlike enjoyment. Sometimes this personality split can manifest itself between different but mutually exclusive opposites. When in action, the Mars in Gemini person tends to be changeable and very good at adapting rapidly to the circumstances they may find themselves in, adjusting to which way the wind blows. These people are ever ready to turn around and go in the opposite direction if things don't suit them. This is the way that they avoid deep commitments and passionate involvements, while they are keeping their options open to do something else. They can appear to be unconcerned, while the truth of the matter is that they are quite serious and responsible. They can also act as though they are responsible when they really aren't that involved. This is because they have a fear of commitment, of being inescapably tied down to anything at all, particularly to any one strong and unvarying principle, or to any person in a relationship, no matter how strongly they actually feel about them. Their mind, like everyone else's, is split between child and adult parts, and between good and bad elements that were formed by their parents' attitudes towards them. They don't want to commit themselves to being anything. The issue for them is that they have problems combining all the different facets of their being. All said and done, though, their original nature is innately good. But their impulses may not always follow that inner goodness, and so they can lose their innate truth and innocence. However, if they do decide to act from this inner goodness, their motives are then pure, and they will act with certainty and without thoughts of personal advantage. Sometimes something that truly horrifies these people is the fear of emptiness, of having nothing happening in their lives, nothing to do to distract themselves from the conflict between the various parts of their inner landscape. Mars and Gemini people like to be practical. They enjoy learning how to do various things, yet often don't do or don't complete the truly essential jobs. They can decide definitely to do something and then change their minds. The trouble is that they often don't bother to inform the other people involved. Their innate ingenuity and resourcefulness leads them to try many things through their lives, and so this interchangeability will also lead them to make many changes and have many turning points in life. When negatively expressed, the Mars and Gemini person is likely to be very nasty in their speech patterns and very fault-finding. They can use their quick wit to embarrass other people unnecessarily, particularly in company. Neighbors, relatives, siblings, and those who work for them may cause them trouble because of these traits. There's a strong tendency for these people to become very heavy smokers or drug users in their attempt to calm their often frazzled nerves. Sometimes this nervous energy can manifest itself as a stutter or some other type of irritating speech impediment. When positively expressed, Mars in Gemini produces an energetic thinker with a busy, restless mind. These people are great talkers who seldom hesitate to jump into debates on any subject that fires their interest. These people try to convert their ideas into action as quickly as possible in order to be free to pursue the next new project which claims their interest. They will work diligently to achieve results, but they tend to exert themselves in spurts rather than in a steady, even manner. Mars and Gemini people are ideologically impetuous and frequently cause others into action with their sudden inspirations and intoxicating flow of enthusiastic words, thus making their powerful beliefs contagious. They may, however, switch their stand on something and confuse their followers by expressing a different point of view all of a sudden. These people have an adventurous spirit, and although they don't have a great fondness for roughing it, they are still great people to have on an expedition because they're such good sports about things, and they have such an enthusiastic interest in their surroundings and can cope with just about anything that comes up. Even though these people are inclined to avoid heavy work, they know how to improvise diversions and boost morale like no other. Later, after the adventure is over, they're highly likely to write a rousing account of their experiences, which they'll not hesitate to embellish upon for added effect. It is important that these people never feel tied down. They need to circulate in order to be physically and mentally renewed. They are the born salespeople of this world who excel at promoting their own ideas into whatever it is that they're selling. Whether this involves backing a political candidate, introducing a scientific concept, or speaking enthusiastically about the virtues of the latest time-saving gadget. These people make aggressive literary agents or clever sports writers. The Mars and Gemini person is very good at dueling with words and can wield the rapier of repartee or the sword of sarcasm with telling effect. These people seldom have to take direct action against antagonists because they can fight much more devastatingly with cutting phrases. Their strength lies in their ability to unbalance their opponents with cleverly placed thrusts so that their power is expended where it counts and not wasted on unnecessary sparring. Mars and Gemini people get some terrific ideas that are quite often truly inspired, and they have no difficulty spurring others into action. They have the makings of excellent politicians, salespeople, lawyers, writers, and lecturers. They are not only brilliant at putting forth their ideas, but their enthusiasm in doing so arouses the audience. They can be quite forceful and blunt when they want to be, and light and swift with their sarcasm when it suits them. They are rabble-rousers, morale boosters, and ideologists who can tell people how to do the impossible with such enthusiasm that people come under their spell. The lack with these people rests with their dislike of expending physical energy. They really do their best to avoid having to do heavy manual labor. Their energy is more of the nervous variety that activates the mind. They are energetic thinkers with minds that are always busy and restless because they want to change things, mostly to suit themselves. And they like to use other people to do it. In essence, they are the brains of the outfit, the masterminds. It is true that they want action, but they prefer others to do the hard work. Mars and Gemini people do have mechanical abilities, and although they are not inspired to actually dismantle a machine, they do understand what needs to be done. They are very inventive people, sometimes highly ingenious. There are very few situations that they can't handle. These people have many interests in life and are constantly running around, meeting people, making contacts, and living mainly off their nervous energy. They tend to be very high-strung and quite excitable. They are also easily irritated. It is in these people's natures to want to embellish a good story, sometimes to the point of actual lies if it helps the cause, or the impact of a good story. However, when it comes to physical violence, well, that is something that they prefer to avoid. Their weapons of choice are words and the influence they have on people and events. They are fully capable of quickly cutting an opponent down to size with the edge of their tongues. They like to verbally fence with their enemies to find their weak points so that they can puncture them swiftly and neatly. These people enjoy reading and are drawn to educational activities of all kinds. They make natural teachers and are very fond of traveling, the sciences and chemistry. They also have great reductive abilities, and their conclusions usually make good sense and are very workable. The main fault with the Mars and Gemini person is that they lack follow-through. Although they have great ideas, they must usually be carried out by others. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, so I've decided to create several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.